Greetings YouTube, Joe here with Culination Media, and I've got another Wi-Fi battle for you today via Pokemon Showdown as usual. This one is going to be a UU tier battle against Onblaze. I'm at the bottom of your screen this time instead of at the top like I've been the last couple of times. But anyway, this isn't the best fight. I've had much better battles, but figured I just wanted to get something out there, so there will be some better battles coming up after this. But anyway, we just kind of switched around, and he ended up with his Claydol out, and he just let him take two Shadow Balls from my Flamer, which is Chandelure. I don't know why he did that. I guess he was just desperate to get Stealth Rocks up. I'm just not really understanding why. He goes into his Azelf and then immediately switches out into Milotic, which again doesn't make sense because he just takes the Shadow Ball. And since he switches out, I bring in my Zapdos, but he goes for the Dragon Tail, which forces out my Rectal Pleasure Mew. And there's not really anything that I can do to this Milotic, partly because I don't have any attack moves on this Mew. This is a fully just support Mew. So anyway, went for the Baton Pass there into my Cyborg, which is my Bronzong. I've got +2 speed, although that doesn't really do me much good. I don't really have anything that I can do against that Milotic. I wanted to get Stealth Rocks up, but he predicted that pretty well and brought in Xatu for the Magic Bounce. So I go for the Light Screen instead, figuring he's going to go for some type of special attack, but no, he goes for a U-turn and brings out Ambipom, and I'm paralyzed and can't move, so that's just fantastic. And he's going to go for the Fake Out just to get the flinch. It's not very effective, but it does a lot of damage because of Technician, which increases the power of very weak moves like Fake Out. On the next turn here, he goes for Return, which still doesn't do that much damage. I mean, Bronzong's defenses are just rock solid, so there's not really much he can do. He's going to go for the U-turn, realizing that there's pretty much nothing he's able to do at this point. He goes back into Xatu, and I go for the Reflect, so now I've got dual screens up, but unfortunately, that didn't last very long. Light Screen wore off right after that, but I put it right back up, so this Xatu can't really do much to me either. So, had enough of that. I'll get rid of Bronzong for now, and we'll go back into Mew and try to get some stat boosts on somebody to take out at least, I'm hoping, Ambipom, because right now he's the most annoying. Alright, so he brought Ambipom back in because it's a taunter, so that pretty much ruins my entire strategy as far as Mew goes, because he uses Rock Polish and Nasty Plot, so I have to switch. And I switch into my Chandelure because I know he's going to go for a normal move, and he does. It doesn't affect him, and he has to go for the U-turn instead. Now he brings out Milotic, and thankfully I predicted that and got a substitute off. So now I've got basically like a free hit against Milotic, even if he goes for Scald, which is exactly what he's going to do. It does break the sub, but I get that Shadow Ball in, and it's a little bit ballsy here, but I'm thinking I might be able to survive a Scald, and it barely pays off because it leaves me with about 4% HP left after the Scald, and with leftovers it gets me up to 10%, so I get another Shadow Ball off there. Problem is he switches into Ambipom, which is a great move, and it allows him to get a U-turn off, which again doesn't kill me. So this Chandelure is just like tanking him right now, which is ridiculous because Chandelure's defenses are pretty bad. I go for the Flamethrower there, and he brings out Milotic again, and even though it's not very effective, Milotic goes down and there's nothing he can do about it, so that worked out really well for me. I had no choice but to stay in against this Heracross or just take an Earthquake. So, I mean, I guess I could have switched out to Zapdos, but Chandelure would have been dead on switch-in with Stealth Rock anyway, so it's pointless for me to do that. I tried to outspeed him, or maybe get lucky or something, but that just didn't happen. So Chandelure goes down, and I'm able to get rid of Ambipom with my Rape. Everybody loves my Rape. So I use Will-O-Wisp on the incoming Azelf. He goes for the Flamethrower, and I don't really have anything to use against this Azelf at this point, and I'm not sure what kind of set it's running. So I just switch into Zapdos, hoping to get a hit off on it. I should be faster, and I'm not, which means that this Azelf has to be Choice Scarfed. So at least now I know that It's just going to be using Flamethrower, which is not a stab move. It's not going to do a lot of damage to Mew because this Mew is bulky, because it is a support set, so I'm just going to boost my stats right now and then baton pass it off to somebody, assuming I don't get critted here. And I don't believe I did, so nope. I get down to about 8% after another Flamethrower, but I get the baton pass off, so I'm going to switch into my Barney, who is deadly. And he's just going to finish off this team. And he absorbs the Flamethrower pretty easily. It does, over half of Barney's health, but that doesn't matter. He gets rid of a Zelf very easily. Flamethrower on Heracross, that takes him out very easily, and all he has left is Xatu, who takes a lot of damage from Stealth Rock because he's weak to Rock, and we can finish this battle off with a Thunderbolt, and that's it for this battle. So like I said, not the best battle. I ended up winning 4-0 as far as remaining Pokemon go. I'm going to get at least a couple more battles up over the next week, hopefully some better ones. I've got some ones saved on my computer from before I went on vacation, or around that time, so try to get those up. But anyway, just wanted to get this out there, and somebody did request a Wi-Fi battle, so hopefully that hit the spot for you. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, folks, and I will see you next time. Game on!